And we're actually going right next door to the Noble for the next one that we see here. Someone off there. Bye. So we're right next door to the Noble with this bright yellow Sylva. Now, I'm guessing this is a kit car.
It is a kit car. It's J15. It's one of it must be at least a dozen kit cars designed by Jeremy Phillips. So it's quite a famous designer. He designed a series of Sylva cars. The Striker is probably the most common one, became the Raw Striker. The Fury became the Fisher Fury. But it had the Mojo bike engine cars like the Riot and things like that. So about a dozen cars that he designed. This one's quite rare. Depending on who you talk to, there's between 20 and 40 of them ever made.
Okay.
And I suspect it's probably closer to 10 or 15 in
right,
reality.
So even less.
Yeah.
So it's a Sylva what?
J15.
It's a J15.
J15.
Sylva J15. Okay,
it's unusual for a kit car. The engine's in the back.
Okay.
So the front has got an enormous...
So we just walk down the side. We
sure.
We can see it's very small as well, isn't it?
The bonnet covers a huge petrol tank that holds almost 5 gallons.
Okay.
and a radiator.
Right,
that's it.
Massive 5-gallon capacity.
And the engine in the back is actually a Ford Fiesta ST150, so Duratec 2 litre.
Okay.
But with throttle bodies, which takes it up to about 190 horsepower.
All right. Okay, and that's quite a lot for a car of this
550,
size
550
and
kilos. Yes.
Is it 550?
Yes.
I know Stephen was talking about his Noble as being it's very lightweight. It's about 1,200 kilos.
Yeah.
And we've got half the weight here.
Yeah, I had a TBR Tuscan that was running about 400 horsepower, and that was a bit lively. Similar concept to the Noble. No driver aids, you just have to be mad.
Right.
This is a little bit along the same lines. There's not much between you and the road.
No. You are sitting on the road surface.
And none of the unnecessary frippers of heaters or doors or roof.
No.
Things you don't need.
Any of that nonsense. You don't need any of that, do you? No. I should think it's great fun, though, really.
It is. I've only had this one for a year, and in fact I've only done one track day so far.
Right.
I'm off to France next month, and I'll be taking it out to Zandvoort in Holland at the end of the year.
And where are these kits made then? Are they you put it together yourself?
Yeah, they're homemade. I didn't make
homemade?
this one. I bought this one last year. It's not untypical for a kit car that it was originally purchased in about 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
Was 10 years in the build process, never finished.
Okay.
Sold to the guy who finished it, who sold it to me. With 3,500 miles on the car.
So just backtracking a little bit, we've got a Ford engine, did you say?
Yeah, Duratec 2 litre.
And what about the rest of the running gear? Is that based on?
Well, because it's come out of Fiesta, front engine transverse, it's just got drive shafts at the back, so there is nothing going forwards other than the radiator.
Okay, and then you have the coolant pipes running underneath.
It does make it quite heavy at the back end. It's about 65% weight at the back end, which makes it rather lively in the wet.
So the wheels and things, are these from another vehicle, or are they part of the kit?
Most kit cars and Jeremy Phillips ones are generally built around Escort and Capri running gear.
All Ford-based running gear.
A chassis. A lattice chassis with Ford uprights, but they're all wishbones, purpose-made wishbone suspension.
Okay.
I can open it up if you'd like me to.
So you're saying you're going to take this to Europe?
Yes.
Where are you going to put your suitcase?
What for?
We're just going to put it inside here.
Well, I used to do endurance rallying, which would typically involve driving 16 hours a day for 1 or 2 weeks.
Right.
Similar concept.
So
no spare,
right down.
No tools, no spare parts, some spare underwear.
That's it.
Stored somewhere.
That's your lot.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, is it easy to open up so we can have a look there?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, do that. You give me a hand if you do it.
Okay, so we're going to have a look in the back. Okay. There we go. Oh, just pull that. Oh, it doesn't come too far, does it?
No.
Right.
So it's all very compact.
It's all compact. Mid-engine again.
It's not too complicated. I mean, a Duratec is A Duratec is a very reliable engine. 190 horsepower is by no means pushing it too hard.
No.
You can go a little bit further if you want to. Obviously, there's no turbos or anything like that. But really 190 horsepower is plenty in a car.
It's probably sufficient for a car of this sort of size, isn't it? I would have said. Definitely. So your comfort zone then is not terribly comfortable.
Well, I'd happily drive this for 12 or 16 hours.
Really?
Yes, it is actually remarkably
It's quite
comfortable.
good for that.
Yeah. You have to pay attention, of course. It's a very quick steering rack, so if you...
Okay. I mean, it is so low. It's unbelievably low. What's it like on a motorway?
It's comfortable, but it's not really a high-speed car. Most cars aren't.
Is that why it's bright yellow? So
well, the aerodynamics is more like a brick than anything more than an aeroplane.
Yeah.
But you know, it will go as fast as you want it to go. Certainly, with the kit car, you're not likely to take it much over 100, apart from on a track.
No.
But and certainly not at braking speed limits,
Well,
of course.
Not. You wouldn't go over 70 anyway, would you? Anyway?
No. But it is remarkably
for
comfortable.
Me, I'd be quite scared driving this on a motorway because of it's so low. And then you get every other car these days is up here somewhere.
You do have to be cautious, particularly with lorries, because they will look straight over the top of you and not see you at all.
I get that. I mean, the bright colour will help there because it's eye-catchy, isn't it?
But then I've been driving motorbikes for 50 odd years, and
so
you're used to defensive driving, anticipating the worst at any moment.
That's what you need to do, isn't it? Well, fantastic. Well,
Okay.
you're going to enjoy the car in the future, I guess. Hang on to it.
But it is I've been driving a Porsche on track for the last few years. But this is now my main for the track.
Lovely. Thanks for showing us around today.
Pleasure.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you.